glorious food, restaurants and kitchens have never been more glamorous since the advent of reality TV. Apparently, there is more to it than just yelling in the kitchen. Who knew? So I chat with Navin Karu, restaurateur and owner of Vin's, to find out about food and all that surrounds it. So you were born in Germany, right?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your first few years growing up there as a kid. Was it strange?
Very, very strange. I mean, because quite a lot of it you don't remember. I just remember the strawberry fields.
Strawberry fields.
There's all sorts of, and we used to go out in the summer and pick strawberries, and my shirt will be completely red. And I have great memories about that, and the markets that we used to go to, and it was excellent.
And you picked up little bits of German here and there?
Yes.
Or no? Were you too young to string together a full German sentence?
No. Funny story, I tell you. We were sent there. We were based there, and I was supposed to go to an English kindergarten. Yeah. And I ended up speaking German because the English teacher couldn't even
Their English was so terrible.
Exactly. So I ended up speaking German. And my parents realized that, and then they sent me to a proper English kindergarten. So broken English, broken German at that time. Couldn't speak Malay.
Do you have a knack for languages?
I mean, it was.
When you came back to Malaysia, because you didn't speak any Malay, right?
I think I was thoroughly confused, to be honest, because I picked up a bit of German, had my English with me. At the same time, I speak a bit of Tamil as well. So
your parents speak to you in Tamil at home or in English?
My grandparents speak to me in Tamil.
Okay.
English and Malay all put together. I don't know what you call that.
And then we have to come up with a name for this language.
Exactly.
Yes. And so when you went to university and stuff, I mean, do you think having grown up overseas and then of course going to a private school here, do you think it sort of changed your outlook on life compared to maybe say your peers?
I went to university quite early as well.
Because you finished earlier?
Because I finished early. So by 16 I was in university not knowing what I'm doing. I wanted to be in business, I knew that.
Okay.
But of course, going back earlier than that, I wanted to be a cardiologist and all sorts of things. But I know that was all for the money. But I definitely wanted to do business, and I didn't know what business, but I knew I had to go and get something done.
Okay.
But to do that, I knew I needed to get some experience, work in some, some proper multinationals, get some experience, all that.
And so what was it like when the first time you went into the corporate world? Did it meet your expectations? Is it exactly what you thought it would be?
Absolutely not. I mean, for Shell, yes. Yeah. For some of the other companies, I mean, maybe it was the environment I was in, because there was a lot of, they don't really allow you to have that creativity. The bank is very bureaucratic, and there's so many guidelines and
a lot of red tape.
A lot of red tape that you just basically need to just follow the system. They need you there to follow the system. Yeah. So if you're a creative person who likes to look at things from a different point of view, you have your own style of doing it, at that level, which of course is junior level, it's officer level, you're not allowed to have that flexibility.
Yeah. Did you initially come up with this idea? How did you actually leave? Because it's a very comfortable thing, when you're working for someone else, you have a monthly salary coming in, and like you said just now, you didn't have the funding, right? So how did you grow the guts to up and leave, and you know what? I'm going to actually try and pursue something on my own?
I think before opening, I mean, everybody thinks about a restaurant or food business. They think, what is it? It can't be that much. It's just what you're serving people, you just cook and serve, that's it. There's a lot of backhand work that goes into it. The failure rates are really high, so you really got to get your concept strong from the beginning, and the reason why you're doing it. If you're doing it to make money, you can't make it. It's not going to happen.
You have to do it out of passion.
You have to have passion.
So you discovered, that you really actually had a knack for it, that you really enjoyed it, that you have a passion for cooking. So why did you decide to do a business out of it? Because most of the time, that really
spoils the thing.
Yeah, that does. It sucks the fun out of doing something that you love. So what made you decide to put that?
It's a very simple equation. If I can do something that I love, and if I can do it and I don't feel it's work, and if I can make money doing that, then that is the thing to do. Because I'm not a chefy guy where I go there, but I used to cook. I mean, in the restaurant I used to cook. Every day I would be cooking, but I knew that wouldn't be forever. I just needed to learn what is it like to be in there. How is it like to run a commercial kitchen? So that was the joy. But I still go at home. I love my pasta, so I cook a lot of pasta at home. I cook for people I like. But I have a knack in modifying and be able to to change flavors and change taste.
So is that the fun part for you?
That's the fun part.
For coming up with something new and just enjoying it at home and actually creating that at home and sharing that.
And generally what I create at home and what I like, what I play with and what I think about is what we do in the restaurant.
When you came up with this idea, do you think this represents who you are as a person?
Definitely.
Everything in it is you?
There's so much passion in the restaurant, never sell it.
Yeah.
You can't put a price tag on it because it was the whole experience of gathering information, gathering recipes, and also a lot of the travel that we've done over the years. Like for example, if you look at the interior of the restaurant, you'd see the brick walls that are generally of Spanish influence, the timber which is of Irish influence, the bar is a very Mediterranean Spanish style bar, you see. So it has a very nice setting.
So it's very much a part of like your own experience in life that you've sort of pulled together.
Absolutely, you can say that. And that also doesn't even go for the architect, it also goes for the level of service that we try to provide. Because you're serving to people's needs. To be a waiter is to wait on somebody. That is the fundamental of the restaurant. To be a chef, every meal, every ingredient you put in. Like you serve, say, 20 steaks a night. If you do 19 steaks, well, and one steak not well, the guest who's having the steak that they don't care about the 19 steaks.
What's the worst situation you've been in, customer feedback wise? Would you take that very seriously, I would imagine?
Very, very seriously. I'm the biggest critic of my own restaurant. I make the most noise and I come there and I think the chefs get very irritated, but I comment and I comment, but they know the intention of it. You have to be if you don't criticize your own restaurant, you don't look at the negative points, then how are you ever going to improve? And of course you rely on your close friends, family, and you got to listen, have a very active ear. And know that people are saying things so that you can improve.
And where do you think you picked up all this from?
I don't know, to be honest. I think to be very honest, I think all of this is just common sense.
Common sense?
It's all common sense.
Common sense is really not that common.
But common sense is not very common anymore. That's the problem. Yeah, you got to be confident. You got to know what you want.
Is that what? Do you think that's where you
got to believe in yourself? Sorry, that's the right one. You got to actually believe that you are capable of doing it.
Have you always been like this though?
No, I think it grew. I was a very slow learner at the early stages of my life, but then the more belief I had in myself, then I'm able to do more things with it.
Okay.
So if you set your mind on something, you definitely can do it.
Okay.
That's for sure.
Yeah, so on that note, I mean, let's check out your place.
Yeah. We're here a bit. Shall we go?
Yes, let's do that.